last speaker today is Derek DI, who we all know Dean really well, but unfortunately Dean's away, and Derek has very kindly said he would just step in and just update us on where they are with the Dunbar cases.
Good afternoon. Nicky's taken over. I'm standing in for Dean, my son, and of course it's in the matter of Dunbar Bank. The senior committee members regretfully can't be here today and offer their apologies. I'm to read a prepared text. During the financial crisis, Zurich Insurance, the parent company of Dunbar Bank, extorted its customers more aggressively than any other UK property lending bank. These are the views of the 90 members of the Dunbar Action Group that are represented by my son. Dunbar Bank was originally formed by Sean Connery and friends, eventually selling out to British American Tobacco. Zurich purchased the bank in 1998, and against the initial wishes of the old management team, grew the loan book aggressively until 2009. No one entertained clients like Dunbar Bank. Clients were promised the earth, taken in lavish corporate entertainment and told they were now part of the family, and that as customers would be supported through thick and thin. Personal guarantees were merely needed as a sign of commitment and would never be called in, something we now know was a lie. I, because of my relationship with my son Dean, was flown to Loch Lomond and Turnberry golf courses for an all expenses paid weekend. Things started to unravel in 2009, and initially, lenders turned to customers for recovery work assistance, a successful policy that the bank had used in previous recessions. Zurich, however, had alternative ideas and moved the bank to their centrally managed business division, abbreviation CMB, headed by Mr. Colm Holmes and Kieran Gilmartin. Customers were secretly revalued behind the scenes. Relationship managers were made to seek extra money and security before being distanced from their long-standing relationships, many going back over 20 years and more, all feared for their future. Clients that did not succumb to Mr. Holmes and Mr. Gilmartin's wishes were simply thrown on the pyre. Those that did were relieved of their and their families' assets and then dealt with. Internal CMB documents obtained boast of monies recovered, 100% bankruptcy successes in the courts. Stats show this bank declared the highest impaired loan book rate and percentage of clients bankrupted in the UK. Once in bankruptcy, customers fell mercy to the ravages of the bank's trustees. Forensic investigations, spurious preference claims, antecedent attacks, bullying, threats, intimidation, all against a backdrop of privately telling customers what a disgraceful way the bank had treated its clients, macabre in the extreme. I myself was pursued under a preference attack, something which I'd never heard of. I'd simply helped my son in whatever capacity I could in return for the immense kindness he had shown us as he built his career. I was made to go to court despite several attempts to settle on the preference attack, even though it was disputed. When in the witness box, overcome with anxiety as now proven by my mental capacity advisor, I was simply ambushed and unable to comprehend what was going on. The preference attack was then dropped by Dunbar's trustee, Moorfields, and further attacks mounted, resulting in my wife and I losing our home and our pension in the form of a rental property we owned. We now live in a very basic sheltered accommodation, courtesy of Optivo Housing Association. I'm told by Dean I'm just one of many, and by far not the most unlucky. A 76-year-old man at the time persuaded his 4 children to bail him out. All 5 families lost their homes. The Dunbar Action Group remain keen to work with the SME Alliance in whatever way necessary to expose what really happens when banks get into trouble and to help bring about legislative changes to help protect future generations of wealth creators the UK so desperately needs. Thanks for your time.